Stream live on a service. No.
Okay, we are live.
Well, welcome to Communities in Bloom Committee meeting, and we can get the party started, as that saying goes.
I'm with you all the way. It's been a long day.
Yes.
You were
It's
just
so nice
excited to
see
see
you
us.
all.
What's that?
You were just excited to see us.
I'm really excited.
The
Me
day
too.
just got long because you wanted to see us. Okay, so the usual, Carl, like we're just go through the agenda items and
Okay. Oh,
like,
yes.
like you always do, same thing.
Okay. So under presentations, we have Nil. Anybody there, Nil? No, Nil's
that
not
was,
with us today. Okay.
In-
Discussion items. Item number 2.1, 2021 Communities in Bloom program. And I would presume that we have Mona to speak to that.
Thank you, Carl.
No
All right.
problem.
So last year that we were unable to participate, for obvious reasons. Again this year because they're nervous, of sending the national, international judges, to other municipalities, and really and truly it'd be very difficult for us to host crowds, etc., how we've done before. So this year they have planned on doing it virtually as well. So we're going to have lots of opportunities in that to do, a lot of virtual meetings, etc., and stuff with actual judges. And there's an opportunity in that I've spoken to our communications department about we can do different projects and stuff in that, and also maybe contests, etc. in that. This year, for one, is especially with 3 Communities in Bloom, it's the Hope Garden, and Hope this year, the thing is that they're wanting to do yellow. Yellow is the international color for hope. So yeah, so there definitely going to be lots of projects in that. Certainly there'll be lots of yellow. I know Councillor Kungle in that she's really hopped on board, quite frankly. So she is, getting word out, like for schools to participate. We already have, I think it's Maple Grove, and that's going to put out a challenge to other schools, et cetera, in that to, really truly paint the city yellow, and celebrate. Unfortunately, have to. It's not a celebration, of course, but have it a sea of yellow for everyone that has unfortunately passed away, as well as for frontline workers, etc. So
Very good.
So I guess.
Okay, so now are they going to be, is the main group of the Communities in Bloom, are they going to be putting out sort of items and plans that they're looking at doing? Or are they leaving it all up to each municipality as the past for us to do our own thing?
No, we're going to be left to do our own thing and for all that, all the good things that we're doing. And that's why a lot of it, virtual, that we can, meet with them and showcase our efforts. And obviously what we can, count on communications and that to help is, also maybe do like the profile book, et cetera, and that as a hard copy, and we can just send that through to them, through the,
Right.
just email it to them. So,
Right.
So, I mean, what would be ideal is that if we could come up with some additional opportunities in that, and how can we, showcase, like our efforts, especially, with the Hope Garden, because it's really big thing this year for them.
Right. Okay.
What if we did something like neighborhoody? Sorry, Dorothy.
No, go ahead.
If we had an ambassador for a neighborhood, that ambassador would convince all the neighbors to go yellow this year with their plantings.
Perfect. Love it.
Something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Anything like that you can think of. I mean, obviously, we can't do everything yellow, within the horticulture department, but there's certainly going to be pockets where butts will be yellow. So if we can count on, on the rest of the community efforts in that to help showcase our overall efforts, that'd be great. So I think that's a great idea, Adriana.
And so we're nominating Anne Marie to be the ambassador for all the groups then, because she's left.
You know what? Mark that down, Tara. Actually, she's really, really keen. She came on board, Councillor McCann, and that had decided, or I'm not sure how that came about, but I know that for sure that I've met her several times in that, and she's really, really ambitious. She's very like a great supporter, and she certainly is right on with Communities in Bloom as well.
Dorothy, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to suggest that I hope we can continue like we've done over years, where people take pictures of their own residential gardens,
Definitely.
and they could be submitted in for like a PowerPoint
exactly
presentation. And if it's all virtual, it could be put on a website where people can just go in at their leisure and watch the PowerPoint of different gardens around the community.
Yeah, so I'd spoken to Melanie, who was our contact through communications, to see if that would be a possibility that, that the general public and that could, send in their pictures, et cetera, and then we could overall, like just showcase them. Now, something I thought that we should do, because it's been a bit, is maybe do like a bit of a phone list in that for, anyone who would want to volunteer to help to call our previous participants, just to let them know that, hey, like this is a new year and we're moving forward, and it's a little bit different than most years, but certainly we would encourage and appreciate their support. But yeah, as puppy. But yeah, I don't know, if there's anything else that, certainly as we go, so maybe, like there's opportunities in that for the little bloomers as well to participate.
Right.
I mean, it can be, anything yellow that, be cute, like if they could do like a yellow pot, or maybe a yellow boot spray, their old runners, or, or something, they're yellow, just honestly to have a showcase of yellow, so we can, show the judges. Now, what do you guys think?
That sounds like a good idea. I was wondering, how are we going to communicate with all these people? Like, I figure we've got seniors' homes, hospitals, schools, churches, the Sally Ann, places like Elizabeth Fry, and the community shelters, women's community shelters and stuff like that. So how are we going to get the message out there to participate? And
So,
what we can do?
Sorry, Darcy, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no, that was it. How are we going to interact?
Well, so
Paper?
what's that, sorry?
Through the newspapers and Rogers TV or something?
You know what, we're still in the planning stages for how to get the word out, but
Okay.
I meet with Melanie I think it's on next Tuesday actually, and I'll bring forth like these ideas in that there, and just ask her what is the best way to get it set up. I'm waiting on information, about meet the judges and that on, virtually. So I think that we'd have, maybe 2 or 3 sessions in that with them for about an hour each time, and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just waiting to get that confirmation in black and white, actually, Darcy.
Okay.
And then the telephone list, you would have the most recent telephone list that you could send out, and we could divvy it up as the groups of people.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If we could pull, like last year's, 2019's list, and, just to give them a, hey, welcome back, Communities in Bloom is back, and, and maybe just do a little bit of a blurb on the Hope Garden and the request in that there for them to plant yellow. And even if it's just like a single flower or a planter, or I mean, if they want to go all out and do an entire bed or something,
Right.
there are lots of opportunities, right? But also the little bloomers, I'd like to get them involved as well.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Good. And they need something to do, so.
Yeah, they do, I mean, there's lots of fun activities and that they're for the kids that's out there, so that, you know, we can just tailor it to the various age groups.
Sounds good. I was to, are we going to be doing any sort of displays maybe down at the waterfront? I was thinking maybe something in yellow with the word hope, or something on the highway there, you know how they have the berry signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something in yellow there as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we have, see, for us, we start to order plant material like, you know, like last you know, end of August and that for this year. And then
Yeah.
this kind of came new on us. But you know, we're going to try, you know, and see what we can do out there at the gateways, especially the gateways, and, you know, and in the, you know, at least something in each of the high focal areas throughout the waterfront as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So does anybody else have any other suggestions kind of things? Or like, I know I've for quite a number of years have been successful in the growing of yellow flowers,
Mhm.
mostly on my front lawn. Neighbors have even commented how beautiful my dandelions are doing that year, but we're sort of going more for a traditional looking flower, I presume.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, you know how, I mean, Sunnydale Park it can be a blanket of yellow with the
Yes.
dandelion,
Yeah.
and you know what? And they encourage that. They actually, I went to a webinar and that they're with them, but they actually said, hey, you know, what's wrong with this? And they showed, and I go, oh my gosh, that's nothing. We have Sunnydale Park. That, you know, when we have yellow, we're going to show them, you know, like how proud we are of them.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. So now I guess if we move onwards then to the discussion item for 2.2, we might have been already talking about it, but the 2021 work plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I just want to touch base with Melanie and just see what we're going to be allowed to do and how we can do it. You know, just to you know, get the word out and stuff and that. And then I think that maybe the next meeting, especially if Councillor Cumberland is able to join us, then we can you know, then we can come up with something that you know, like a definite work plan. There, I mean, because we can always do. I mean, it depends on where COVID takes us, to be honest, what we can and can't do with any size of a group. But it'd be really nice to, you know, be able to just get through this.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
I mean, it's been way too long. Randy, feel free to submit your ideas too. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Anybody's ideas are fair game.
Yes, definitely. Maybe that's a little bit of homework to, you know, just to, you know, can go back and you know, Google.
Yeah.
So I guess we're also.
I'll ensure she does.
Oh, thanks, Tara.
No problem.
I guess we're also trying to figure out or waiting to find out how exactly we present this to the judges virtually. Will it be a PowerPoint? Will it be a bunch of videos?
You know, yeah, so I just need to talk to Melanie and unfortunately she wasn't able to meet. We were supposed to meet yesterday, but she had to change it there over a week ago. And so she asked about the 23rd. So we do have a meeting that on the 23rd. But I will, you know, come up with a bunch of questions. So if you guys think of it, just send me stuff and that you'd like me to ask her. And I'd be happy to bring that up to her and hopefully get some answers so that we can, you know, get things that, you know, like the website and that up and running and, you know, early on, since we don't have to go crazy, you know, with, you know, with, you know, cleaning up and things like that. I mean, obviously we will. I mean, we do it anyways, but it won't be as much manpower in that spent, you know, with receiving.
Do we know who the judges are yet?
We don't know. Mm-mm.
Okay.
See, the CNLA, it's not under, I mean, it's under, Communities in Bloom is now under the CNLA. So they switched over last year. And now, so we kind of go through that with Paul Brutus. But I mean, Communities in Bloom is Communities in Bloom, but he's kind of like the lead on it.
Who's that?
Who's CNLB?
Oh, Adriana would know.
Canadian Nursery and Landscape Association.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah. I mean, and they took over as one of the national sponsors, but also Paul Bridges, who's the head for that, and he is the leader, and he actually had a webinar there a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Did you
Who-
guys see
Paul
that
who?
invitation? Paul Bridges, Bridges.
that's Jeff Bridges' brother from the big.
So I've been on a few Zoom meetings with Paul Bridges, but I didn't see an invitation for a Communities in Bloom one.
Yeah, there was. It was over 2 weeks ago. Adriana, one week's flown into another right now, but what I will do is I will watch and I'll ask Sonia if she can maybe ensure like that the members, because we have to update that. The members and whatnot, and the addresses, especially now. So I'll get that all sent in, and they can automatically just send it to you guys. Okay. Or if they can't send, I'll just send it out once I receive the invitation.
Right.
okay.
We don't know the
Sounds
date
good.
or anything yet then?
No. Mm-mm. I sent Sonia a thing earlier today, just to ask her in between interviews today if she had any concrete documents and that I could share at the meeting tonight, but she has yet to get that to me.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Oh, the secretary's handing me my sheet here with the,
Oh, good. She's got notes for you.
well, no, it's just, I didn't have a copy of she made a copy of the meeting agenda, so I was just looking here.
Ah.
So number 3 would be referred items. Gilden, that's nil.
That's no. We have nothing else on the agenda. Chair
Oh.
Carl.
Okay. Sure, Carl. Okay. Number 4 was reports, memos to the committee. And we have none of those as well at this point.
No, we don't.
Not yet. We have to do some work first.
Mhm.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so just as a wrap up, I guess, in terms of what we're doing then is, Mona, you're going to be basically getting back to us and letting us know how you made out with the
No.
Melanie and with the, what was her name, Sonia?
Sonia, yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's with Communities in Bloom. She was always the coordinator in that for Communities in Bloom, and
Right.
but she actually answers to Paul Bridges now. So, but she's looking after like all that. She's constantly sending out stuff and that. I'm surprised that you guys aren't receiving, because they have all of your email addresses. Is there anyone that would not want? Maybe when it changed over, but is there anyone that would not want their email addresses shared? And is there a document that we'd have to get them, Tara?
It's actually up to them. When the committee did start in 2018, there was a document that was signed that everybody could. And then if they are still okay
Yeah.
with sharing their emails, we can forward it on their behalves.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
Everybody agreeable to their email still being listed?
Mhm.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Then I will definitely remind Sonia to send it out when she sends out the invitation that to everyone. Then.
Okay.
Are we going to be meeting monthly again then?
Yeah, I
The
think. So.
same
yeah.
date still okay with everybody?
Does that work for everyone? Majority
Sure.
rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it would
Good.
be, what is it, the third Thursday, is it?
The third Thursday of every month right now.
Of every month. Okay.
So the next meeting will be
Oh, good Lord.
15th.
the
April
15th.
15th.
Is that during the March, spring, April break? Yeah.
Oh, you want that is the 12th, right?
I have no
Yeah, I
idea
think
what
it is.
Doug
Yeah,
ever
the-
decided.
Just a sec.
Yeah. Yes, that's true, Carl.
We'll check with Doug first, I guess, before we confirm maybe.
When do you need to know, yeah, do you need to set up like anything like, how you did all the rooms and that before?
No, yeah, we're okay with setting rooms, but we do like to at least have them in a rotating, so we have everything booked. We have to give notice a week before the meeting with the agenda items and stuff if there's a change.
Okay.
So I can keep it that way for now, and then if there is a change or whatnot, we can discuss it by email.
Sure.
And if anybody wants to email, let me know. That'd be great.
Okay. So
Thank
anybody that has any suggestions or ideas, email them to you
Yes, please.
for the next agenda.
Mhm.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, before we leave, does anybody have anything they want to ask or bring up or say what you've been doing for the last year or any good, anything?
I just wondered how all the city employees are coping with this. It must be very stressful and
It's definitely been challenges and
Yeah.
ever changing. So I think we've probably got a lot of our channels and whatnot. We're all worked out now. It's definitely, we don't have a lot of people in at City Hall, but now we get to at least I get to see your faces a little bit. So that's exciting.
For us over here, there is really nothing that changed other than last year. I had 1/5 of the students in that I brought on this year. Right now, it's changed about 5 times now, I think. Today, yeah.
Yeah.
As this morning, it's changed for the 5th time as to what we're going to, be able to do. They want to know what we can do. And so we gave them 3 different scenarios. What happened in 2020, what we were able to provide. Same as 2021. What can we do with a little bit if we have extra, a few extra staff members, including students, and what can we do if we, have a full complement? So that's actually in the works as well right now. Mhm.
Then I guess from communities, the urban garden people, there's one more new community garden coming on this year, I think.
At Riverwood.
Yes, that's the one. Yes, at Riverwood. Right.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah, because the one we're with the one in Eastview, and that worked out pretty good last year.
Yeah, actually, it was neat and tidy, I thought.
Yes. Well,
Mhm.
credit to some of the members who've been there before.
Yes.
I believe there's still a report. I would think there's still a report to come back for approval.
Mhm.
Oh, is that right for the new
community?
one?
Yeah, I guess I think the results from the public consultations, that'll still.
Yes, and that's at
Oh.
Riverwood, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just go over it, but because I think there was 3 proposed locations, I believe. So we're just waiting for the results of what
Right.
transpired.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with Anne Marie, if she's part of the urban garden group or works with them, she'll be right on top of that too. I would
Oh
assume.
yeah.
Yeah, and she's not afraid to, do a lot of work, for something she believes in. So that's a positive as well.
Right. That's good.
Okay. I should probably adjourn, or you should probably adjourn the meeting, and then I can stop it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because want to just let you know we were officially part of Communities in Bloom. I assumed everybody would have been wearing a T-shirt today, but
You don't
Forgot.
see it.
I'm
I
sorry.
probably can't even see it. But
Yay!
yeah,
That's good.
I'm always wearing it, trying to
Advertise.
across the city.
Well, it's better than that sandwich board you used to wear.
Yeah,
The olden
live
days.
stream. So I'll just leave it at yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I should adjourn the
Thank
meeting.
you.
I should adjourn the meeting then.
Thanks,
Good
Tara.
to see everybody.